This is Kevin with Property Forensics. Today we're going to talk about the HVAC system and how you as the homeowner can do basic maintenance on this system to extend the life of the equipment. So first off is the drain pan. So if you see standing water or rust, definitely call an HVAC specialist to come out and replace the drain pan and service the equipment. While the system is running, what you can do is check to see if the drain line is clogged. And how you can do that is just basically put your hand up against the drain line. And if you feel suction against the drain line, then the drain line is clear. If you do not feel any suction at all, then it's clogged, and definitely have an HVAC specialist come out and take a look at it. What I'd recommend once a year, just pour bleach down the line, and that should keep the line clear. Another thing is the filter. So what you want to do is before you take out the filter, if the system's running, you will not be able to take out the filter due to the pressure that's inside the system. So you want to click the switch which is within 6 feet of the equipment, and then you'll be able to pull out the filter, and you can check to see if it's dirty, if it needs to be replaced, or if it's in good condition. This is pretty good condition. It's rather new, it looks like, or they haven't ran the system that often. But when you put it back in, you want to make sure that the arrow is pointing in the same direction as the airflow. And on the HVAC system, the airflow flows from the return to the supply. So airflow flows this direction. Another way that you can look to make sure that you install the filter correctly is the drain pan is on the supply side, and the if you have a gas furnace, the vent is on the supply side as well. Another thing to look for is sometimes they put arrows up on top of the HVAC system that tells which way the airflow is flowing in the system. So with that, let's go outside and take a look at the compressor. Okay, so now we're outside looking at the equipment. You want to make sure that there's no vegetation within 18 inches of the equipment. That just extends the life of the machine as well as increases airflow. You also want to make sure that the units are level. This again extends the life of the equipment. On your refrigerant line, you want to make sure that there's insulation on the lines. If they're damaged or cracked, just basically replace them. Next is on your penetration points inside the house. You want to make sure that they're sealed. This is easy access for rodents and bugs to come in. So you just, if they're not sealed, just get some sealant and seal them up. And then finally is your cutoff switches. Basically, they're breakers for these units to be serviced. Okay, for those who want to understand how old the equipment is or how big the tonnage is on the machine, you can look at the label, and on the model number, if you see a number that's divided by 12, that will tell you the tonnage. So 48 divided by 12 is 4, so it's a 4-ton unit. These letters here will tell you basically the age of the equipment, but you can find that information on buildingcenterinfo.org. You just type this in based off of the model, and it will pull up how old the equipment is. Another thing to look for is on the amps. So the max amp is 45, so you do not want a breaker that's greater than 45 amps due to they'll cause damage to the equipment. And you do not want a breaker less than 27.9 amps. So it has to be within that range, within 30 to 45 amps for this equipment to work properly. This is Kevin with Property Forensics out of Dallas, Texas. You can visit us at propertyforensics.com, and we thank you for your time.